Hello, welcome to McCAM 504, Reflective Practice Leading Change in Organizational Settings. I'm Dr. Carol Brown. I'm an associate faculty with Royal Roads, and I'll be your instructor for this course. I'm going to give you some of my background on the community page. Royal Roads has a mission to connect scholarship and practice, and I've been reflecting on my journey as a scholar practitioner and how it connects me to this course. So I wanted to share some of that with you here, as well as introduce the course. First, I wanted to talk about the previous course you've just taken, the introductory course. One of the things that Professor Durodi talked about was that critical thinking was an important piece of graduate studies, but it's not cynical thinking, and I want to really emphasize the importance of bringing critical thought and bringing an open mind to this graduate course. And the other thing that Professor Durodi pushed was that even in international settings, most people believed that their issues with respect to a conflict and in order to move an agenda forward, where that conflict occurs within the organizations where the largest challenges in terms of conflict management and conflict analysis and conflict resolution. This course emphasizes reflective practice, and it's something near and dear to my heart. Reflective practice can deepen your critical skills. It can provide skills for communicating that enhance a deeper reflective practice experience, and it can bring reflective practice to community. So this is the three pieces that we're going to talk about here. How I make meaning of teaching this course, and the piece that I've been reflecting on, is that as a practicing lawyer, I learned critical thinking, even how to debate the other side of an argument. That was a big part of law school. As a mediator, I've learned how to enhance my relational skills in order to enhance the negotiation experience for me and for all of the parties involved. While legal training and experience may have supported the analytical skills and the ability to identify issues, relational skills support the communication, and that's, I'm going to suggest, what was missing in law school and what was emphasized in mediation training and in mediation practice. So, as a grad student in the Masters of Leadership and Training program here at Royal Roads, I learned about adult training theory, and that helped me understand that there's a diversity of ways to learn and many learning styles that support and enhance learning. That includes the meaning making that we do as adult learners, both independently and interdependently. We are meaning makers, and our reflective practice lets us get a deep dive into meaning making. In my leadership studies, I've also learned that there are alternate ways to lead beyond heroic models of leadership, which is quite traditional, that include collaborative and shared leadership, and these methods of leadership are supported by the relational skills that we learn as mediators and conflict management practitioners. I'm going to call these relation skills throughout the course, and they're communication skills and other ways of describing it as well. As a PhD student, I've learned that human and organizational development that brings theory to practice supports me to deepen my practice and make new meaning of the work I've already been doing. So when I integrate my learning and experience and consider it in the context of this course, I see that conflict provides an opportunity to create change, big change, more than just changing this conflict to resolve it. And I see that when we move beyond looking at conflict as one of situations to be resolved, and we see the deeper system that's in play, we see that the conflict philosophically gives us an opportunity to lead change. I also see that moving from heroic styles of leadership, which is a top-down, decisive, authoritative style, and move towards collaboration and shared leadership, it requires an organizational view and a systems view of organizations. It requires the relational skills and practices that we learn as mediators and conflict management practitioners. And these include empathic listening, I statements, the facilitative skills, assertion communications, all of which support a movement toward a collaborative leadership style. So this course is going to emphasize reflective practice. Unit 1, you're going to consider the scholarship on adult learning and the scholarship on reflective practice. In Unit 2, you'll be looking at ways to use reflection to support your own practice development, which will, in particular, deal with journaling. So in Unit 3, we're moving into team theory and how to create social reflective practices and consider social construction in terms of how we triangulate and make meaning. In Unit 4, this is dealing with organizational theory and change management. And we're going to get into just a little bit of the theory here just so that you're given some context. But there are two goals here. To support students, to consider the underlying interests of organizations when entering into conflict management and analysis. And 2, to support you to consider that change in an organizational setting means changing culture, structure, and systems, and not simply resolving that one conflict that's in front of us. So it's that notion of giving a man a fish for a day versus teaching a man how to fish. In Unit 5, we're going to practice reflective practice in an online dialogue, which is going to also allow us to learn about leadership and conflict management. This will include some details of leadership theory, and that will provide some context for the notion of leadership and conflict management in organizational settings. So that's the introduction to the course. Please do your online learner assessment, connect to the community page, and read as much as is humanly possible with respect to the reading list that you have here. If you do that in pre-res, it's really going to set you up for success for the residential period of this, and will add to the richness of your residency experience. So I look forward to meeting all of you. Thank you so much.